Get ready to dive into incredible stories of success, wealth, and perseverance. Why shouldn't you be one of them? Let's begin.
Life can be tough. Some people are born into privilege, while others have to build everything with their own hands. Vasyl Zengin was one of those in the second group. No one could have predicted that a factory worker would one day own million-dollar factories. So how did he do it? This is a story of courage, hard work, and never giving up. Vasyl was born in a small town in Anatolia. His family was an ordinary working-class family. His father was a carpenter and his mother was a homemaker. For him, life had only one rule: work. But he didn't want to remain just a worker. During high school, he had a great interest in machinery. He was curious about how factories and production lines operated. However, his family couldn't afford to send him to college. So at the age of 18, Vasyl started working as a factory worker in Ankara. The factory was noisy, exhausting, and difficult. Every morning, Vasyl went to work early and stood at heavy machines for hours. But unlike other workers, he didn't just do his job. Every day, he went to the supervisors, trying to learn how the machines work. His curiosity caught the attention of the factory manager. One day, the manager approached him and asked, "Vasyl, why do you always examine the machines?" Vasyl smiled and answered, "Because I don't just want to work here. One day I want to manufacture my own machines." Over the years, Vasyl both saved money and developed his skills. By the time he was 25, he knew it was time to make a decision. He was going to start his own business. But how? He had only a few thousand liras. Yet he knew that every big success starts with a small step. His first step was opening a small lathe workshop. In an old industrial district, he worked alone in a tiny shop. His first customer was someone who needed a broken machine part repaired for a factory. Vasyl worked through the night and fixed the part. At that moment, he knew his business would grow. Vasyl's business began to expand quickly. He wasn't just repairing parts anymore. He was now producing new ones. Large factories started placing orders with him. But he had a bigger goal: to establish his own factory. To achieve this, he purchased land in the Mirzafon Organized Industrial Zone and began building his first factory. Transitioning from a small workshop to a massive factory wasn't easy, but he worked tirelessly, and eventually he succeeded in establishing his own production facility. As Vasyl's factory expanded, it was time to enter international markets. He was no longer just manufacturing for Turkey. He was exporting hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of products monthly to Germany, Russia, and Uzbekistan. From medical products to built-in kitchen equipment, his factory was producing a variety of items. However, the biggest turning point came when he partnered with KOSGB. He received a 2 million TL investment grant and doubled his production capacity. Now, he was no longer seen as just a former worker, but as a respected entrepreneur and industrialist. Vasyl's story teaches us one thing: opportunities don't always knock on our door. Sometimes we have to create them ourselves. If Vasyl had chosen to remain just a worker, he wouldn't own million-dollar factories today. But he continued working hard despite every difficulty. Now he is recognized as a business leader among former factory workers. If he succeeded, so can you. Remember, great achievements always start with small steps.
If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more. See you in the next video.